Welcome. Now relax and breathe quietly. Through this energetic activation, you will be guided to renew your desire to serve planet Earth and all the creatures that inhabit it in this moment of evolutionary acceleration. You will be able to renew your intent and your mission in this place of the universe, thus making yourself more visible to the intelligent beings who work assiduously for the Ascension, which will then be able to channel more energy towards you to support you in your task. Be aware that this activation could cause an acceleration during which it will be necessary for you to quickly let go of everything you don't need and confidently embrace the mystery of your work on Earth, learning to live in the present even more joyfully and in the amazement of the single instant that is continually renewed. Be aware that if you resist this acceleration process, you will experience suffering. If you continue to cling to what does not truly represent you, you will experience confusion and pain. If you try to interrupt your path, you will feel sadness and frustration. Otherwise, if you open up to trust and humbly accept to serve your purpose on this earth every day, you will be offered great gifts and support to nourish your journey. It is normal to be afraid of letting oneself go to one's deeper purpose, just as it is normal to stumble, take a wrong turn, or get lost temporarily. However, if every time fear arises, you will be able to stop and renew your trust in creation, everything will be fine. The important thing is that you are sincere in your intent, ready to forgive yourself for any mistake without giving in to feelings of guilt. Now, if you feel ready, go ahead. Let your breathing become slower, calmer, and deeper. Relax your whole body with each exhalation, starting from the head, then moving down to the tips of your toes. Relax. Again, some few deep breaths, relaxing even more, going in, going deeper. And as you continue to breathe quietly, bring your memory back to an image of joy and expand the energy of that image within you. Now, use the propulsive force of joy to rise above your physical body, imagining yourself rising higher and higher upwards, beyond where you are, into the open sky. Imagining climbing higher and higher to the edge of the atmosphere of the planet. imagining climbing even higher up to the vast starry space. Observe the earth beneath you, shrinking as you continue to move in this space. Observe the sun and other planets as you move rapidly beyond the borders of this solar system, and immerse yourself deeper and deeper into the universe. This way, as you continue to breathe quietly among the stars in front of you, you can notice a brighter point, something that glitters in the distance. And now you're heading for that point. As it gets bigger, you realize that it is an immense crystal which slowly rotates on itself, suspended in space, casting luminous glows from every facet. Pause for a moment in front of this great being, as you realize that each of its infinite facets reflects something of your earthly life and personality. Events, faces, places, emotions. They quickly follow each other, reflected by the thousands and thousand mirrors of the crystal. Observe, perceive, feel. Now, focus your attention on the center of the crystal. You cannot yet see exactly what that center is, but you notice a pulsing, flashing light, like a beating heart. If you now feel truly ready to fully embrace your mission on Earth, the attraction to this pulsating light will be evident within you. You can still choose to go back into your body and end this activation here. But if you feel drawn to that light and deeply desire to go into the crystal center, now is the time to do so. Good. Inhale deeply and enter the crystal, letting yourself be enveloped by that pulsating light. Breathe in that light, which is your deepest essence, without trying to understand, without trying to get answers, but simply breathing deeply as you inhale the air with joy after a long period of apnea. This light pulsates in harmony with the beat of your heart, and it flows in harmony with your breath. This light contains all your memories, all your qualities. all the lives and all the bodies that your soul has inhabited since the dawn of time. If you want, you can briefly let yourself go to the flow of these memories. Feel them pass inside you like crystalline flowing water. Or you can just breathe this light and let it nourish what needs to be fed, awaken what needs to be awakened. Good. Now is the time to renew your intent, strengthened by the light you breathed. Renew within you the will to serve the earth and its creatures, to bring light and awareness with your presence alone, to live your greatness with humility, and to offer it to the world sincerely while playing the game of life. Renew within you the will to embrace your shadows without fighting them, to welcome even the defect and the error, transforming them with your ability to forgive. Renew within you the intention to let go of everything you don't need, to dedicate yourself even more fully to sowing your good tale on earth. Now, a new door opens, new energies are given to you. New encounters and a new life are prepared on your path. Know how to recognize the slight signs of novelty every day, the light gifts that are given to you, because the rapid growth depends only on your knowing how to see them. They will initially be intangible signs and synchronicities, but as you choose to recognize them, they will become stable and vibrant in your life. Now, from the center of the crystal you're in, move back to planet Earth with it, like a bright meteor traveling fast. Remaining inside the crystal, you travel back to Earth. Like a bright meteor, you move in space as if you were one with this great crystal being, sending your light in every direction, illuminating every spot of darkness as you pass. Now reach the solar system and quickly cross it like a fiery comet. Finally, reach the atmosphere of planet Earth, consuming yourself until you become a small luminous sphere, and travel to your body in meditation, penetrating gently from the top of your head. Let your light expand into this body, nourishing each cell with the awareness received. Command this body to breathe your light. Feed it as if it were the living spaceship that allows you to stay on this earth. Good. Now this activation is over. You will be able to repeat it every time you feel the desire to renew your intent. Now, go back for a moment to the thought of wandering in that vast starry space and simply listen to these words. We have always been here. We left our tracks like crumbs everywhere so that you could find your way home. And now, it's time for the contact. The connection of our minds that merge with yours, of our eyes that look into your eyes. We have always been here. Most of you don't remember, but a strange nostalgia pervades you, and you get lost looking at the starry sky, dreaming of a spaceship to take you home. You were sown on this hard land, on this beautiful land of forests and oceans, full of contrasts, of prey and predators. Sown to be born again as a human and to bring good news among men. But when you wake up as men and women on this earth, how many of you remember this? You have chosen to forget, to fully experience this game from the inside, to be more authentic, so that the urge to remember could stimulate you on the journey again and again. You have stripped yourself of all the privilege to immerse yourself into this human being with every fiber. It is an act of courage so intense that it can almost appear unconscious. Yet, now you're here, and we are here with you. You were sown like a seed in the starry night. The warm earth welcomed you, and you sprouted upon it. The time has come for you to grow even more, to bring the good news to the world simply by being who you truly are, vibrating your note, singing your song. And after you bear fruit, the time to remember will also come. The doors of memory will be ajar for you to recognize yourself for what you really are. But those doors will only be ajar, just enough so that you can operate on the fine line between your terrestrial origins and your cosmic ones. Now let your imagination wander freely in this vast space dotted with stars. Let it wander in imagining an ancient planet, a place of immense awareness where nature lives in eternal symbiosis with itself, where technology merges and blends with the planet itself, where every creature has eyes that emit love at its highest frequencies. Let your imagination wander freely among landscapes, faces, or glimpses of cities surrounded by greenery. There is something here for you, even if you consider it fantasy or a product of your imagination. There is something here that you can collect, an ancient and new memory that travels in your blood, the touch of your brothers and sisters who always accompany you everywhere you decide to go. Savor this touch for a few moments, the comforting caress of those who recognize you for who you really are, the clear gaze of those who know how to see beyond your earthly skin, beyond the little ego, beyond the masks you have chosen to wear during your service. Learn to see yourself as we see you every day. And these half-closed memories will not take long to open wide in your heart. Very well. Now gently return to your body and remain silent for a few moments until the music ends, to meditate a bit more and absorb all that you have received. And then, when you feel like it, open your eyes and come back here and now. Thank you. Sat Nam.